Astronomers have detected yet another distant world orbiting the Sun far out beyond Pluto. The 300-kilometre wide dwarf planet has been catalogued as 2015 TG387 and nicknamed the Goblin because it was discovered close to Halloween. A report in the Astrophysical Journal says the newly found trans-Neptunian object was discovered 80 astronomical units out from the Sun on a highly elliptical orbit skimming both the Kuiper Belt and Oort cloud. An astronomical unit is the average distance between the Sun and Earth, about 150 million kilometres or 8 light minutes. The Kuiper Belt is a ring of frozen worlds, comets and icy debris which circles the Sun out beyond the orbit of Neptune. Its best-known member is the dwarf planet Pluto, which is currently about 34 astronomical units out from the Sun. So that means Goblin's about 2.5 times further away from the Sun than what Pluto is right now. The Oort cloud is a hypothetical sphere sparsely populated with comets and interstellar material surrounding the Sun in orbits beyond the Kuiper Belt. Observations suggest that the newly discovered dwarf planet's perihelion, that is, its closest orbital position to the Sun, is about 65 astronomical units. Only 2012 VP113 and Sedna, at 80 and 76 astronomical units respectively, have more distant perihelia than Goblin. Calculations show that Goblin's orbit probably reaches all the way out to an aphelion, that is its furthest orbital position from the Sun, of around 2,300 astronomical units. The study's lead author, Scott Shepard from the Carnegie University, says Goblin's one of the few known objects that never comes close enough to the solar system's giant planets, like Neptune or Uranus or Saturn or Jupiter, to have significant gravitational interactions with them. Objects like Goblin, 2012 VP113 and Sedna, are isolated from most of the solar system's known mass, which makes them immensely interesting to study, providing new clues about the dark outer reaches of the solar system. Shepard, together with the study's other two authors, Northern Arizona University's Chad Trujillo and David Tholen from the University of Hawaii, discovered Goblin while continuing their ongoing search for Planet X, a possible 9th planet in our solar system. The so far undiscovered Planet X is estimated to be up to 4 times the size of the Earth with around 9 times the Earth's mass, and it's on a highly elongated orbit around the Sun, estimated to last at least 15,000 Earth years. Hints of a possible Planet X came to light when astronomers noticed unusual gravitational perturbations in the orbits of more than 13 Kuiper Belt objects thought to have been caused by interaction with an as-yet undiscovered massive body. It was the discovery of 2012 VP113 by Shepard and Trujillo in 2014 which led the pair to first notice similarities in the orbits of several extremely distant solar system bodies and resulted in their hypothesis for the possible presence of an unknown Planet X. If it exists, the mysterious Planet X could well be an interstellar rogue planet that was captured by the Sun's gravitational pull, much like many of the objects in the Oort cloud. Another possibility is that it was stolen by the Sun's gravity from another star system. A third option involves several models of planetary migration within the early solar system, which suggests that as Jupiter and Saturn migrated out to their current orbits, their gravitational perturbations caused Neptune and Uranus to also move outwards, in the process swapping orbital positions and triggering a third ice giant in the group to be flung further out either beyond the solar system into interstellar space or out into the Kuiper Belt, where it's now the mysterious Planet X. Tholen says the team thinks there could be thousands of small bodies like the Goblin out in the solar system's outer fringes, but their distance makes finding them difficult. He says these distant objects are like breadcrumbs leading the team to Planet X. The more they find, the better their understanding of the outer solar system and the possible planet they think is shaping their orbits. It took the team a few years of observations to obtain a good orbit for the Goblin because it moves so slowly and has such a long orbital period. The authors first observed Goblin in October 2015 using the Subaru 8-meter telescope located atop of Mauna Kea in Hawaii. Follow-up observations with the Magellan telescope in Chile and the Discovery Channel telescope in Arizona helped determine its orbit. Computer simulations then showed how Goblin's orbit could have been impacted by a possible Planet X. The location in the sky where Goblin reaches perihelion is similar to 2012 VP113, Sedna, and most other known extremely distant trans-Neptunian objects. And all that suggests that there's something out there pushing them into these similar types of orbits. Most of the simulations showed that not only was the Goblin's orbit stable for the age of the solar system, 4.6 billion years, but it was actually likely to be shepherded by Planet X's gravity, which keeps it away from the massive planet.